If a man is genuinely in love with you, he'll often display these 9 behaviors without realizing it. Falling in love is one of the most exciting things in life. You meet someone, click, and everything appears brighter and happier. However, after the first surge of feeling settles down, you might wonder if he's truly in love with you. And let me tell you, there are 9 typical behaviors that guys display when they are genuinely intrigued. These are subtle indicators that can always be seen with the naked eye. But if you get the inside scoop, you'll be able to detect them from a mile away. Let us give you that inside scoop. Here are 9 things to look out for. Number 1. Your touch electrifies him. This is one of the indicators that you may miss if you're not in the right mood. It's also a behavior that may be difficult to distinguish from great sexual desire. When a man is truly turned on and looking forward to some sex, you may notice that your touch causes him to tremble or even produce goosebumps. But how does this indicate that he loves you deeply? The way to determine is whether your touch causes similar reactions outside of a sexual context. If you approach and touch him while he's cleaning the dishes or checking his messages, pay attention to his reaction. If it causes him to quiver and squirm, he either has a full bladder or has such strong feelings for you that causes this bodily reaction. Electrifying stuff, right? Number 2, he exposes his soft belly. Regardless of how much we talk about toxic masculinity, most people still identify men with concepts of power, protection, and even domination and control. This notion is rooted in both biology and history, and it is common throughout civilizations. I believe it's good that the world is becoming more accepting of men showing their emotions and finding strength in vulnerability, but we're not there yet. So, it's still difficult for men to show vulnerability since most of us are conditioned to confuse it with weakness. The fact is that anyone may be hurt or emotionally harmed, and saying that they cannot is simply unfair to everyone involved. It makes the person claiming to be invulnerable appear harsh and heartless. It makes people around them feel pushed away. However, when a man rolls over like a loving puppy and exposes his soft belly to you, it indicates that he is quite pleased and comfortable with you. He may reveal his greatest fears or deepest secrets, making himself vulnerable in the process. However, by doing so, he demonstrates the power of his love and trust for you, and that is undoubtedly a strength. Number 3, he'll want to be seen with you. If a man genuinely loves you, one of the behaviors he will often display is a desire to be seen with you. I know, it appears to be trivial, doesn't it? But believe me, that is not for most men. They don't even have to be the types of men that are too concerned with their image. Men appear to have an automatic psychological setting that tells everyone about who they want to be closely associated with and who they would prefer no one knows about. You know, look for these signs. He'll pick you up so you can go somewhere together rather than meet there. In public, he'll stand near you and touch or hold your hand. He would let you take a few selfies or even take and upload them on his own social media accounts. Number 4, he'll support your interest. When a man loves you, he won't purposely bring you down. He'll want to lift you up at any given time. This is why he will encourage all of your interests and hobbies, even those you haven't found yet. If you're interested in trying something new, such as joining a tennis club or learning to play the guitar, he'll be your biggest supporter. You would never hear him mention that he is embarrassed that you are in the dancing group, or that you enjoy watching cartoons on weekends. He'll help you practice those dancing steps and bring the snacks for your cartoon movie series. Number 5, he'll want to protect you. One of the most telling signs that a man is genuinely in love is when he looks out for you. Some gestures will be small, such as asking you to call or contact him when you get home. Others will be considerably significant, such as giving you with a ride to ensure you reach there and return safely. He'll be protective in other ways too. For example, if he overhears someone criticizing you or watches someone bump into you, he's not going to pick fights with people or knock up walls out of rage about it. He may love you if he does this, but it will not be a healthy love. However, he will not be pleased with what has been said. It will make him very uncomfortable. And he'll try his best to keep you safe from whatever is going on, like swap places with you so that he gets bumped instead, or have a private conversation with the individual who said the negative thing about you. Number 6, they fear losing you. This is probably the most genuine and honest expression of great love. When a man is in love, the thought of losing his partner may be quite frightening. He may not voice it or even realize it, but if he's really in love, the fear of loss is there. It shows in the way he embraces you closer, the way he checks in on you, and how he treasures every minute with you. It's not about being too possessive or paranoid. It's about realizing how much you matter to him and how his life would be incomplete without you. Number 7, he wants to work past a dispute. They might be about anything from jealousy to money. Well, there's always going to be something about money, but the question you should ask yourself is what happens to your disputes? Are they typically left unresolved, or do they get resolved? If they're resolved, how? Who does the work? If the answer to the last question is both of you, you're in luck. When you're merely having a fling or in a casual relationship with a guy, he's unlikely to bother trying to address issues or disagreements. So what's the point? If anything bothers you, he'll either tolerate consequences or avoid them, but he'll almost never strive to solve things. That's because he understands it's not all that important if you don't have a future together. He'll either let the relationship grow organically or end it if the arguments grow too intense. That's a clue he's just not invested. But if he is and truly loves you, he'll be willing to put up the effort to make the relationship work. Number 8, he genuinely cares about your well-being. In a society where self-absorption frequently rules supreme, finding someone who actually cares about your well-being is difficult. When a man is truly in love with you, his care goes beyond surface gestures. He'll ask about your health, show concern if you're not eating properly, and gently urge you to prioritize self-care, such as taking your medicine and getting enough sleep. This amount of genuine care is a great sign of his deep love for you. Number 9, he supports you during difficult times. Life isn't always a bed of roses. There are thorns, and you may come across them on occasion. But when a man is genuinely in love, he doesn't only stick around for the good times. He is present despite the storms, clouds, and rough seas. I've witnessed this in my own life. When I lost my job, she was there for me. Not just with comforting words, but also with actions, assisting me in looking for new opportunities and bolstering my confidence when I was feeling down. Her support was unwavering, and I realized that this woman actually loved me. It's easy to be present when everything is going well, but if he sticks with you through difficult times, it's a clear indication of his love for you. Well, there you have it. All of these behaviors indicate that he is dedicated, genuine, and truly loves you and wants the world to know it. Not all of them are easy to spot, and some might need additional investigation. But once you see him performing many of these things, you can be certain that his love for you is genuine. So, if you're wondering if you can rely on him, trust him, and build a future together, let these indicators guide you. And thanks for watching.